So first, we have Dora Azur and escort. Next, we have Frank P. Waiton and escort. We have Renee Musgrave and escort. Thomas Sprinkles and escort. Chavez Cadet and escort. Ashton Watson and escort.
Yeah. note? Yep.
Lee Kitchemonia. And there you have the Keeseekoose Chiefs Education Center class of 2022. Thank you, Soto Feather. Now they will carry on with an honor song for the graduates. Thank you, Soda Feather. Carrying on with our program today, we have a nice long lineup of speeches by delegates in the community and visiting delegates, also by our graduating class. We have 3 speeches. Thank you. First up, we have Principal Crystal Whiteock. You can come up. Thank you. Principal Crystal Whiteock.
We're here to celebrate because our young people made it and finished grade 12, and that's what we're here for today. And with much work, much talking, much meetings, much schoolwork, they're here sitting up here today. I just want to mention that Aiden Straight Nose and Austin Keeseekoose are a part of our graduating class, but they're not here today. I really want to thank you for being here, because this is our community. These are our children, our young people, our young adults that are going to go into the world. And but before I go on, I just want to say good afternoon to the parents, guardians, and the chief and council, the grads, guest speaker. I want to welcome you to the graduation ceremonies of 2022. As we gather here today, we acknowledge we are on Treaty 4 territory and the homeland of Keeseekoose First Nation, situated by the Assiniboine River. We pay our great respects to the First Nation and Métis ancestors of this place and reaffirm our relationship with one another. I'm sorry, I'm kind of out of breath here because I was helping set up tables in the back and doing some other things. And you know, I'm going to speak real right now that, you know what, I love my community. I'm for our community. I'm for our children. I want the best for them. And you know, the past 3 years have been really tough, really stressful because of COVID and what comes along with it. You know, our school this year opened as much days as it could, closed because of COVID, closed because we did not have enough staff because of COVID, and that's what we're coming out of. Our students, I can't imagine what they're coming out of because of being isolated, not being able to socialize. And then when we're at the school here, everybody's visiting, everybody's doing what they could here at the school. I just want to kind of speak to the grads here because, you know, this is their day. This is about them. It's about nobody else. This is their day. It has been a journey that started with tentative steps, perhaps, but one that has taken us to remarkable heights. We have encountered some trials and tribulations along the way, soldiered on and come out the strongest for them. And today, you know what? We came out the strongest for you, all right? We have experienced exceptional moments, magical moments, and created memories that will be fondly remembered in the years ahead. I know there's a number of students here that started off kindergarten right through the years. I want to thank you for coming to KCEC your whole life. A few, just want to acknowledge that you survived with us 3 years of COVID, and we are learning to live with it. However, continue to be safe. My message to you is, growing up is painful. It's not easy. It's about moving you in a direction that will assist you and help you grow up, so you can take your place out in the world, community, society. You can depend on what you have learned here at Keeseekoose Chiefs Education Center. I want to say thank you to the teachers for getting our students to do their work and to finish, because you know what? My teachers are burnt out. And I want to say thank you to the chief and council too for supporting us, because we feel that support and we want to work even harder because we have your support and we want our children here at KCEC to succeed. One thing I want to let you guys all know is that we purchased curriculum from the Saskatoon Catholic schools, and we're considered par with the province now. And that's what we've been working with for the past 2 years, and we're going to be using that on. Thank you. And I want to say congratulations to the grads of 2022.
Thank you, Principal Whitehawk. We have an opening speech by Mr. Richard Fiddler.
What an emotional journey to get here, to get these young people here. I see out there a lot of old friends, a lot of old former graduates. Chief George and I were talking about our graduation in 1978. And I see a lot of grandmothers out there, a lot of mothers, a lot of guardians that pushed and woke up these young people to go to school, to make something out of their lives, and to really get ahead in life. And I'm just so encouraged by, especially the parents. I know what you had to go through, because I was pushed also by a mother that believed in education. I wanted to go on the track like everybody else. But she had a dream. I didn't even know what graduation was. But I'm thankful that my mother had a dream for me. Just like these young people here. There's a grandmother out there. There's a mother out there. There's a guardian out there that had a dream for these young people. So we share in this success today. I say, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. Now is the time to fly. Today, you continue on your journey to be a critical and creative teacher, thinker. Maybe you will be a teacher someday. An independent learner. Your tools are now the internet, Google, Chromebooks, calculators, phones, handheld devices. So we can't blame the teachers anymore. We can't blame the system anymore. It's what we put into it. And I know you're all capable. I know you're all capable of going to the next level. I always say that English is not hard, it's just a lot of work. And so is life. Life is what you put into it. No more being told what to do, when to wake up. So I encourage you to be bold, to be courageous, and be your best for you, graduates. Now is the time to fly. There's no script. There's no policy manual. Just like the mothers and grandmothers that got you here, you'll have to know when to come home to rest and be encouraged and feel the love when you get home. And then go back, because now is the time to fly. Wherever you go, go with all your heart. Hamlet once said, "To thine own heart be true." So follow your heart to a good life, a good future. Dream. Now is the time to fly. And if opportunity doesn't knock at your door, build that door. When one door closes, another one will open. Failure, try and try again. Of course, within reason. Failure gives success its flavor. So now is the time to fly. Let's give the 2012 graduating class of KCEC a good round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fiddler. Our next speaker, I had the honor of going to school with this guy and really got to know him really well. Our Chief, Lee Kitchemonia. Chief.
Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I just want to say thank you to the elders that gave the beautiful prayer, and the drum group as well, and all the organizers that decorated and made this place very beautiful for all of our guests and from far away. This is a very special moment for everybody here. The work that these people, these young men and ladies put into this, it's just one door that just opened for them. I just want to quote my late father, Lee Kitchemonia. When I got my grade 12, I went and seen him, and he told me, he said, "You don't even know how many doors are going to open for you now that you got that piece of paper." And he was right. I received my Bachelor of Education degree a few years back, and I went to university for a few other things, for lands and resource management, and it opened up a lot of doors, and through hard work and dedication, anything can happen in your life. You just got to have that positive attitude. Keep that positive attitude and things will happen for you. Work hard, things will happen for you. We have grads every year in our community, and it's always, for me, it's always one of the biggest and most special moments in our community to see graduation, to see students graduate from our community and to go on to succeed in other areas, whether it be education or trades or any other kind of profession they want to venture into. Trades is a huge thing nowadays. When I was growing up, trade wasn't that big, but now, you see tradespeople making, just as much, if not more, as people that go into, to teaching or anything like that. And, so there's all kinds of opportunities out there for our young people now. And it really, touches my heart to see them succeeding like this. I just want to send a special thank you to the chiefs that are here, Tribal Chief Isabelle. I see her in the crowd, and one of the first things Chief Coody come and see me, come right to my community and challenge me to a jig-off. I can't believe that. So I might have to I told him I'm going to send a proxy, I said, because all I can do is the crip walk. So I'm just kidding. Anyways, so I'd like to thank the leadership from Coody for coming out. It's really good to always invite you guys to our community and all the other communities as well, all the visitors, and it's really good to have you all coming out here. We have a little bit something for the grad, but we'll probably wait until a little bit later down the agenda to present it. But with that, I just want to keep it short and, just want to remind the grad that this is your day. Have lots of fun. Keep it safe. Go out there and do whatever grads do. It's really good to have a nice, safe grad. So with that, give these guys a big round of applause because they deserve it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief Kitchemonia. Next on the agenda, we have YTC Chief Isabelle Soup. I think she's there.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Good afternoon, everybody. I want to say thank you, first of all, for the invitation to come out here and celebrate and on your special day. Thank you to our elder and the drum group. I want to acknowledge them for the beautiful prayers and the beautiful songs that they sang to start us off. I was at a Head Start Grad yesterday in Yorkton for all our 6 communities, and little 3-year-olds and little 4-year-olds graduating, and to see their excitement, you know, that's just the first milestone, or just one of the many milestones in their lives that they'll accomplish, and to go from here, from Head Start to here, to university, to the trades and scales. It's just nonstop, the things that we can do in our communities for our young people when we all contribute to that. I want to say thank you. Someone had mentioned the parents and the grandparents, the aunts and the uncles, the school teachers, the bus drivers, the daycare Head Start workers, like everybody contributes. You know, when I was young in my community, I used to see posters on the wall that said, it takes a community to raise a child. And now as I get older, I really see that coming to life. There's so much people that contribute towards our young people's success within our communities, and it's not just in our homes, it's the whole community. It's even your chiefs and councillors that contribute, you know, like without them we wouldn't have schools on our First Nation. So the list just goes on, and this is our end result. This is what we want to see for our young children in our community. So I would say to people, if you see a young person struggling, encourage them, right? We don't even realize how far that you're doing a good job, or a pat on the back. It goes a long way to contribute to their success. I want to say to the graduates, congratulations. Your ancestors are proud of you today, because we never had, 20 years ago, we never had our young people graduating the way that they are today. They're graduating in our universities and our trades and skills. Like now is our time. And I always hear Elder Ross Cadotte saying, when we do events in the city of Yorkton with Yorkton Exhibition Association, the City Council, any non-First Nation organization, he always says, this is what reconciliation looks like when we're working together. This is what reconciliation looks like as well. We're taking our rightful place in society, and we need to continue to encourage that growth. Right? So I just want to say congratulations to the graduates. Be safe, be strong, be great.
Thank you, Chief Isabelle Soup, YTC Chief. Next up, we have our visiting neighbor here, Coody Chief George Coody.
George Coody, District Guys, Keeseekoose, Coody First Nation. I'd just like to thank the Cuthbert for the prayer, and Soto Feather for the wonderful songs. And just to acknowledge the elders of Keeseekoose First Nation, Chief and Council, and all the parents, grandparents, the students, the teachers, the faculty. You know, here we are in beautiful Treaty 4 territory. You know, we're neighbors of Coody First Nation. Just like to thank the Grad Committee for inviting me to come over, you know, to just share, you know, words of wisdom, and also to honor our band membership as, you know, for graduating this year. We have 7 grads coming up in Coody First Nation. You know, we're very, you know, with the treaty right to education, you know, in Treaty 4 territory. You know, I acknowledge our Vice Chief, Ali Bear, that's here as well. You know, her mother is from Coody. She's related to the Badger family. And also, Tribal Chief Isabelle Soup, I thank her for coming out here as well. And I acknowledge Chief Kitchemonia's words. You know, we're very blessed to be actually, to have a school in our nation. Like Richard said, we went to CAMSAC because we didn't have a school in our community yet. And we did graduate, and I'd just like to encourage the young people here that are graduating, further education because, me and Richard moved on and we went to university classes. And, it pays off. With the education that you get good jobs. You make a difference where you're going in regards to what you learn. We appreciate our elders as well. Sharing the stories of our ancestors and what we went through. Not only with the residential school and the 60 school. There's some good things that we can learn from our elders. It's our language. Our traditions. Our culture. Those are very important because it gives you an identity of who you are, Anishinaabe people. And you young people here today, you guys are on the right path. I know it took 12 long years to get where you are today, but that's 12 good years that you guys invested in your life. And I know that there's more years that you can invest into a career that you can have. I'm really proud of my nephew John next year as well. He's working with Saskatoon City Police, and he wrote a book. I encourage you guys to read that book. It really gives a lot of insight into what he went through and where he is today. These are success stories. You guys are role models for the young people that are in this school, the grade 11s and under. They want to graduate as well. And when they see you guys doing it, they'll know that they can do it as well. And the parents know that they continue to push your kids to go to school. We don't need more of our kids in the jail system. We don't need any more of our kids in gangs or in drugs and all that stuff. There's a better life, that we can restore our nation. We can destroy that curse that's taken a lot of lives of our people. But I'm really thankful to be here. We can give the Creator all the glory and all the things that we go through. Like I said, we're a blessed nation. Keeseekoose is a blessed nation. To have a school and to actually have their own people teaching the kids and running the facility. So that's kudos to the past leadership and the present leadership. Keep continuing to do the good things for your children. Keep encouraging them. Keep building them up. Empower them. That's the main thing. Empower them. So congratulations, class of 2022. All the best in the future.
Thank you, Chief Coody. Our next speaker is FSIN Vice Chief Ali Bear. She has words of encouragement and also some medallion presentations. Chief Ali Bear.
I think this is a little tall for me. Stand on my tippy toes. First and foremost, I want to say congratulations to all of you here today. It's a great honor to be here. I want to give thanks to being invited to be here today. Give thanks to the elder for the opening prayer, and just to the Creator for this beautiful day that we have outside. So I'll introduce myself. I like to introduce myself in my language because it grounds me in who I am. So, Peitu washte, tuwe iohana, achiapi, tatankaskawi, amakia peye, wapahaska oyate, tahawahi. My name is Ali Bear. My spirit name's Tatankaskawi. I'm from Wapahaska Oyate, which is Whitecap Dakota First Nation. That's where my dad is from, but my mom is from Coody First Nation. She's originally a Badger. And my mushroom, George Badger, he went to St. Philip's out here. So I do have ties and connections and, the Anishinaabe blood flowing through my veins. So, it could be my relatives. And we always find new cousins every day in Indian country. And so anyways, I would just give thanks to each and every single one of you for being here. One thing that I know and that I believe in is that everything happens for a reason, and each and all of you are here for a reason. You guys all are graduating, and you guys are going on to a new chapter in your life that's, it's really exciting. But at the same time, one thing that I want to remind people, we live in a very fast-paced world when it comes to technology, and, we live in a colonial world when it comes down to it. So sometimes the most important thing to do is to slow down. You know, when maybe you don't know where you're headed or what the answers are, where you're going next, you know, slow down. Go speak with the elders, go to ceremony, and that's where a lot of your answers are going to come to you. I found that for myself specifically when I didn't know what I was going to do, and somehow I ended up here, right, as the youngest elected woman, part of the FSIN executive. And, you know, my story also, we overcome barriers, and they're not easy, and we make mistakes, but we learn from those mistakes, and that's the best thing about making mistakes, is learning from them, and they become lessons. And years from now, you'll be like, that's why I went through that. You might be regretting something in your life, but years from now, you'll look back and say, okay, that's why I went through that. It's made me stronger. It's made me understand who I am and my purpose. You know, which is hard because, you know, traditionally, we had, you know, our societies and our clans and so forth that kind of gave us that sense of responsibility, what it was our job was supposed to do, and now we're trying to make it in this world. It's a lot different world nowadays. And so, you know, for myself, when I was about to graduate grade 12, I was 17, and I ended up in a really bad car accident. I went face first through a windshield, and I ended up losing my right eye. But, you know, and I thought that was the end of my world. I thought that was the end right there. But I didn't realize I was gonna, you know, learn from that and grow from that. And continue to move past, you know, all the barriers and the doubt and the naysayers, because you're going to get that, you know. There's going to be people who are going to doubt you or say negative things about you, but you're going to keep moving forward, and you're going to keep your head high, and you're going to be proud of who you are, because you know it in your heart, and you know it in the blood that flows through your veins, that you guys come from, you know, warriors, and our ancestors didn't fight through genocide, and our grandparents didn't go through what they went through, and our parents and so forth, our families, for us to not be who we are today. And so you guys are making your families proud, and I want to give thanks to the parents and the caregivers, because these are your babies, and they're, you know, doing so well, and they're going to continue to do well, and you're going to continue to be able to support them when it comes to, you know, things that they're going through in their lives, because at the end of the day, life continues to happen, and sometimes it doesn't get easier, you just get stronger, and you just get smarter. So I want to congratulate all of you today. And we have some medals that we're going to present you with, some treaty medals. And we're going to do that right now. If we can. Okay, well, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for having me here, Padame McGuage, and congratulations one more time to the 2022 graduates.
Thank you, Chief Ali Bear. I guess Mr. Brian Coody and them are up next. They're not on the thing here. Okay. All right. We have Mr. Brian Coody will be next. Oh, and go ahead.
Good evening, good day, man. Well, here today, representing YTC and congratulating the grads of 22 KCBC. I'd like to thank all the parents, all the caregivers, grandparents, everyone that contributed to their education, the grads as well for putting their effort a lot of efforts into this day, their day, like as I heard a few speeches there where, one door opens and another door closes. And I just heard a bit of information here from an elder. Prior to 1951, if you graduated grade 12, you were kicked off the reserve because you were too smart. So times have changed. Thank you, Albert, for that. So with that, I'd like to call upon Catherine Sharpie. She's our Spec Ed coordinator to present the incentives that we give every year to every grad in YTC on behalf of YTC to recognize their efforts. It's not much, but it's a token of our appreciation for the time that you've put in. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Okay, it's an honor to present these checks to you today. I think I've got to know every one of you over the past, maybe 8 years, and I am so confident in every single one of you. You will succeed in your own way. So, further ado, let's present some money. So, I'm going to call on Dora. Frank. Renee. Thomas. Michael. Chavez. Meadow. Ashton. And Fallon. Congratulations again.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Next on the agenda, we have the certificates being presented to the grads by Miss Sarah Ann Frampton and Principal Crystal Whitehawk. Crystal, we need you back up here wherever you are. So I guess I'll just be calling up the graduates and then you can be presented with the certificates. And I believe it's the jacket. Oh, okay, we're going to do the certificates first. So our first recipient is Dora. So these are their graduation certificates. Awesome. So if you want to come up and get some pictures. Frank. Renee. Thomas. Chavez. Meadow. Ashton. Michael. Violet. Then if I can have Ralph Kashane come up and pick up Aiden. Aiden? Oh, there it is. Okay. Got right there. Aiden. And then I believe is Brendan Keeseekoose in the building. You come forward and pick up Austin's.
Brenda.
Yeah, she's on her way. Okay, following this, we're going to, I believe, Chief Kitchemonia is going to present the graduates with a little memento as well. Okay, Chief Kitchemonia has something to give them as well. Okay.
Okay, we just want to give something from the chief and council here to give them a little start. We always do this every year for grads, so just to help them out. So I'd like to call up Dora first. I was trying to keep it a secret, and she come and see me outside and asked, so I told her she'll have to wait and see. So. Renee Musgrave. Mr. Thomas Straightnose. Michael Kashane. Mr. Chavez Kadat. Meadow Strongwell. Ashton Watson. Fallon Kitchemonia. Thank you all. Frank Huayton. Where's Frank? Thank you all.
Thank you, Chief. Also, we have Ms. Sarah Frampton going to present jackets to the graduating class. Dora, come forward, please. Frank. Renee. Thomas. Chavez. Ashton. Michael. Mr. Ralph Kishane, if you want to come pick up Aiden's jacket, if you're still in the building. And then Fallon had received hers earlier on. Thank you, Sarah Ann. We have some special gift presentations. I'd like to call forward Ross and Sharon Cadot. They have a gift for Chavez, along with Enola Langan as well, with a gift for Chavez. "30 seconds, please."
Kweko ganikani tunchi gagi sa moke yan. Minike ko giapita na kawe ki gagi sa minne. Kanwi ke ko gagwe ke pikwa siya ya ke magi hong ke na chi non this one. Git magi siya ning tunchi gagi git. Ambe ap chi ke ko minno na ko nanin ke ani no ko men kamiga. Onesin ke ko kita pinon chi minan ke ko. I would like to say I ask the elders forgiveness for speaking here. Because I'm not a righteous person, I'm a person of many sins. And that's why I stand here today, to encourage the graduating class of 2022 and encourage them to take their rightful place in society. When our ancestors negotiated treaty, this was what it was all about. The amalgamation of the European education along with their traditional beliefs and following the Red Road. The Red Road tells us, manat kamig izwin, zawain diwin, we to kin diwin, manat chit diwin. And I'm proud to say, my grandson hasn't touched alcohol or drugs. And last year I had another grandson that hasn't touched alcohol or drugs, who's pursuing a career with the RCMP. These are the role models. These are our future leaders. Our leaders who will display honesty and goodness and kindness and resilience. And at the same time, I see my grandsons at our ceremonial gatherings, and that touches my heart. I know this grandson of mine was raised by a single parent, and I want to congratulate my daughter from the bottom of my heart for doing a fine job with my grandson. And I just wanted to show him a little kindness. And I'm sorry that Papa hasn't been in your life because I too am busy. And I hope that you become busy like me one day. And that you're a fine example to our communities. And it was good to see the three communities here. We have to learn to take the Berlin walls down and support one another in recognition and in goodness. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to present our grandson with a gift on behalf of my family and my husband, Daryl Langan. I want to say congratulations to all the graduates of 2022. And something that I was thinking about when I was sitting there is when they're talking about opening doors and closing doors. You never want to close doors, they're always open, and pursue your education. I myself, I took a long time to get through university for a degree, but I pursued it, and no dream is unachievable. Whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. And the other thing is, there's no such thing as failure, only learning from what you didn't get to do the first time. So with that, I want to say congratulations and thank you to all the parents for such an astounding job on our young people. Thank you, and to Chavez.
Okay, we got the best for last. We have a motivational speaker, John Langan. Welcome John back. He came and spoke with the children earlier on in the week. Okay, I have Surfing Straight Nose wants to say some words as well. Welcome, Surfing.
Thank you very much for letting me come up here. It was a very hard battle with two of my grandchildren, trying to push all the time, every day. Sometimes I used to cry. Go to school, that's all you need, you boys. Listen to me. I'm not going to be here forever to look after you boys, what I do. And I'm very happy. I had three of my grandchildren, two of my great-grandchildren. Thomas calls me Mum. I was his mum 2 weeks after his mum died. And I done everything, maybe to a point sometimes I spoilt my boy too much. But he took the place of me losing my daughter. I even went out November, bought a brand new truck to bribe him. As of today, that truck belongs to my son. I'll hand over the keys to him, ownership and everything. That's what I use to keep pushing him. Go to school, go to school. I will buy you something nice, my boy. And I want to thank everybody. I had misunderstanding in a family. I talk to them every day. Don't live that life. That's gone. It's gone in the back. Don't live. Continue. Try and be happy. Try and get along with everybody. I tell them. I thought I was finished. When I finished raising, I picked up my great-grandson, Prince Albert, roaming around. I brought him home when he was 13 years old. And I'm very glad I got somewhere with him. Today, he graduated. Michael, Thomas, Aiden. I'm sad that Aiden couldn't be here. But I want to thank my boys. I love them. I cried with Thomas today. He thanked me. He thanked me for being there, pushing him for his education. I don't know where I would have been without you, Mom. And I'm glad I finished what I had to do. Like I said, it was an uphill battle. Pushing my boys to school every day, bringing them to school, picking them up to come home when they were finished with school. I done everything, and I'm glad where they got today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Welcome, Surfing. Okay, I already introduced John Langan. He's a motivational speaker. Without further ado.
And I'd like to thank the Creator first for this beautiful day that we're given today. Because I live a traditional life and I'm very proud of that. Don't worry, you guys, I know how it is to sit there and think to yourself, damn, how long is this guy gonna talk now? He's holding up the festivities. So don't worry, I know I'm the last person between you guys and a good scoff. So I'd like to thank you guys first for the leadership that is here today. I thank you to the YTC Tribal Chief Isabelle Soup for being present today. And also like to thank Lee Kitchemonia for being here as well, and Vice Chief Ali Bear, and Chief George Coody. This means a lot to the young people. They may not think about it now, but they will remember in the future, seeing their leadership here. It is a key thing in their mind right now. Next, I'd like to thank the parents. You have shaped these young men and women into the people that are here today that you see. You have loved them, you have nurtured them, fed them, and at times scared for them when nights that they weren't home. Feel proud that you sit here today. You have to find that fine balance of being your child's protector, mentor, and parent. You were there for them when they skinned over on their bicycle and skinned their knees. You were there for them when their heart was broken from their sweethearts, friends, and other drama in their life that meant a lot to them. Even though it seemed so small to you, but in their eyes it meant so much. In your eyes, these graduates will seem like children to you, no matter what their age. They will always be your babies. This is just another chapter of their life that you are witnessing. So be proud tonight that you are here. It's not about the gifts that you get them. It's about your physical presence that will remain in their mind forever. It's not the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra or the iPhone Max 13. It's your spirit and presence that will remain with these graduates forever in their mind. To the teachers, coaches, and staff here at Keeseekoose Chief Education Center, I always believe that you become a key role in raising a child. You have been here for these graduates for many days of the year from 9 to 4 p.m. and sometimes even longer. Like it or not, you have left an impression on these jazzy looking grads, and they will forever remember you and your efforts that you've given to them. There must have been days where you were exhausted and didn't have your best foot forward, and that's understandable. You are only human. You were motivating these students when no one else was looking, and that is what is most important. You were there when the students were in crisis. You were there to celebrate with the student when they achieved, when no one else believed. Your teaching and mentoring have led these students to the beginning of their independent lives. Although some may hang around Mama and Papa Bear, and that's okay as well. I tell my kids to stay as long as they want. I make jokes and I say to my daughter who's in the crowd who's 12 years old, saying, 6 more years and you're out skis. I tell her I'm joking, and she knows that she's welcome forever in our home. Now you might be thinking to yourself, well, what about us, the actual grads? Believe me, you are the center of today's attention, and you deserve it. You are here because of a combined effort. As some of you may know, you may have read my book, Keeseekoose, A Spark in the Dark. The key theme in that book is not me giving you advice. If I can do it, then why can't you? That's not what I'm here to tell you today. The most important message I want to tell you tonight is to help each other. I remember my first year psychology teacher in university say, damned if I get stranded on the side of the road, but I guarantee the person who stops to help me is a native person. That is true, but rings mostly true to helping each other out. I don't like the term self-made man or a self-made woman. If you don't know what that means, it basically states that a man or a woman has got to where they are on their own accord and their own sacrifices, made such by one's own actions. That statement, I call it a bare weenie. I have gotten here today, and I stand in front of you guys today because of soup kitchens, because of the Boys and Girls Club in Yorkton keeping me occupied after school, teachers who put that extra effort into my thick head, friendship centers, ceremonies, elders, old people, professors, mentors and leaders in Air Cadets and in the Canadian Armed Forces. If it wasn't for me getting into trouble for a break and enter and seeing that there's more to life than drugs and alcohol and living day to day, I would have ended up not amounting to much in life. It's interactions with people that led me and steered me in the right direction. It's the kindness and generosity of a person like Kathy from the Soup Haven in Yorkton that didn't want to see me go hungry and sent me home with loaves and loaves of bread saying, you're going to go places, John. God bless you. It's those little interactions that go a long way in being kind. Even with my job I currently do as a constable with the Saskatoon Police Service, I remember waiting around in the hood in Saskatoon. I was near Fire Creek, near an apartment, and I was waiting underneath the stairs, real creepy, because there's a lady that was wanted for fraud over $5,000. So I waited there for her, and she finally came, and I arrested her for the warrant for fraud over $5,000. But when I put the cuffs on her, a bunch of dilaudid aids come popping out of her gloves there, and I charged her for that as well. But the story that I shared with this lady is I shared my point of view of how it felt growing up and seeing my parents do drugs, seeing my dad use the needle. I shared how it felt to be a young person and to have that in a home environment, because she said to me that she doesn't want to, her kids don't want to communicate with her anymore. So I charged her for that, but I shared that story. Fast forward 2 years later and I saw her. She was broken down on the side of the road and I helped her. And she said, hey, it's you. She said, I've been clean for 6 months now, and now my kids want to see me, and it's all because of you. And I said, no, it's up to you. I said, all those choices you made yourself. But she thanked me. But it's just those small interactions that help a person. And it's all about helping each other out. Don't be afraid to fail. I believe that failure is the best teacher. Remember that feeling. Embrace that feeling of failure. When it comes time, when you do succeed, the feeling is just that much better. Even for myself, I used to say, fake it till you make it. No, now I say, face it till you make it. I always put myself into uncomfortable positions and I condition myself to be more proficient at it. For example, I was just on my warrant officer course, which is one rank above sergeant in the Canadian Armed Forces. And I was doing my defensive, which is another big word of being in trenches, but I forgot one thing. And the course officer asked me, he said, did you make a track plan there, Sergeant Langan? And I was honest and I said, no, sir. I was told that I failed, but I was told you will remember this for the rest of your career. Just a slight bump, but I guarantee you, Sergeant Langan, you will be a good warrant officer in the Canadian Armed Forces. I do remember that failure, and I passed with flying colors on my next assessment. Be proud of what you have accomplished tonight. It is one thing that can be never taken from you is that education. For some of you, this is the end of your academic career, and for others, this is just the beginning. I leave with you some pro tips that will hopefully be in the back of your mind. Number one, it's okay to not know what you want to do in life. Try out trades, university, college, shaking fries, flipping burgers, traveling. Discover who you are in a positive way. That doesn't mean getting cut and going on a mission on a res. Number two, you probably won't do well in your first semester in school, so university, trades, college, it's okay. Like I said, failure is the best teacher in my opinion. Remember that moment and don't make it happen again. Number three, don't expect to get that dream job instantly. Things take time, but always keep that goal in sight. Even if you don't make it for being a TikTok influencer all the way to an astronaut, I guarantee you guys are gonna land somewhere nice. Number four, learn how to ride a horse, because gas prices probably won't get lower. Number five, show people, don't tell. I always had people telling me when I was your guys' age, John, you're so full of it. You said you were going to go to university and join the army. Show them your accomplishments. Number six, don't be afraid to ask for help. It's okay to be vulnerable and to reach out that hand. Like I said, a person is created with much help around them. I thank you guys for listening to me this far. Parents, teachers, thank you once again for molding these young men and women. To the graduates, I am proud in each and every one of you. Keep this momentum going and keep following that good road. Merci. Aye, aye.
Wow. I love those words. Awesome encouragement. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, I don't see anything else after Mr. John Langan. It says 3 p.m. meal. And are we taking guys down? You want them to stand up? Okay. There's still two on here. Michael? You get there? Okay, well, with Frank, we'll have you guys stand up. And then we will just some more pictures. These are the graduating class of 2022. So I'm sure, like John said, you guys are waiting for a good scoff. I believe they're setting up in the back there, so you can join your escorts on the tables. Good job! Yes.
Hello? Okay. Can I get everyone's attention, please? Come on. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Welcome, fellow graduates, family, friends, staff, the Chief of Council, and representatives. It is with great honor that I speak in front of you today. I have to say this year had its ups and downs, but we go through it, and we here are congratulating each other. Blah. I am proud of each and one of these graduates that are sitting here today scoffing. I'm just kidding. And honestly, being able to stand here, we all earned it with how hard we all worked. Especially on those days we didn't feel like getting up to go to school or even to do the work. Because I understand what it's like to have your mental health affect your work and your attendance. I suffer from depression and anxiety, and I think most of us do without realizing it. I mean, like, how can we not with how the world is today? And sometimes we hear that it will get better. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But what I have to say to everyone, whatever happens to you, keep moving. Get through it. Choose to live a good life. Because even on those worst days, we have the people that love and support us. They will be the ones to push you to keep going and get through it. So I would like to thank my granny. She's not here today, but thank you for pushing me to be here. I'd also like to thank my dad for pushing me here. He'd tell me, don't get pregnant or you'll kick my ass. Here I am. Still no kid. I also like to thank most of my family, especially my mom, my aunties, and my siblings, especially my brothers, even though you guys are mean to me. But they always push me to be the bigger sister, to give the younger ones a good example. And a good beating, shimmy. No. So I'd like to thank most of my family and my friends that I made over the years for pushing me to succeed. Sorry. But I also like to thank Chief and Council and the representatives for speaking at our grads, and for John Langen's long speech. He said he was going to be quick, but I was hungry. But thank you for your inspirational speech. And I'd like to thank the drum group, and for the staff and whoever helped make our grad happen today. So thank you.
Thank you, Renee. Next we have Meadow Strongwell. Meadow Strongwell. I don't see her here. Meadow, where art thou? Thank you, Renee, for your speech. Appreciate it. Okay. Okay, here's Meadow. Angie is going to help Meadow.
That's like really cool. Good job. I am squeezing. Oh. Okay. All right, ready? All right. I got my bifocals here. All right, good afternoon. It is with great honor that I'm able to address my classmates and everyone who has come to support us on this great accomplishment in our young lives. First of all, on behalf of the class of 2022, thank you the teachers, KCEC staff, and the community for the support of us graduates. Throughout my school years, I've always enjoyed having my mom close by and keeping me in line. I'd like to mention 4 important people in my life that always supported me, inspired, and pushed me to do better. Carolee Strongquill, Carson Strongquill, Justine Silbright, and Tanya Straightnose. The endless support of my family KCEC staff is the main reason I was able to accomplish my goal of being in the position I'm standing in today. Here is a quote that I brought me to understand about life by Chief White Eagle Conica. When you are in doubt, be strong and wait. When doubt no longer exists for you, then go forward with courage. Thank you very much, and congratulations to my classmates.
Trying to eat. Gravy all over the face there. Thank you, Meadow. Takes a lot to come up here, and I commend all for you coming up here. Next up, we have Chavez Cadat with a speech. Following Chavez, we're going to have toasts from a few of the other grads. Chavez Cadat and his song. Oh, deadly. There's Chavez. Nina, grab me some dessert, please. Grab me some dessert, please. Here's Chavez.
I guess I'll go in blind. So, first of all, I'd like to thank my mother. She did a lot for me in my life, honestly. She spoiled me, took care of me, and a lot of other things, honestly. She's probably the only reason I'm graduating today. And my grandmother too, Maureen. And I'm glad you all graduated, all the graduates, to the, just can't really come up with anything else, I guess. Yeah.
Thank you, Chavez. Chavez is one of the participants with the tiny house project here at the school also. He worked hard at that. Okay, we have some posts. I would note and ask a couple of the other graduates Thomas Straight Nose is going to toast the grandparents and the guardians. So think about it. Any of your grandparents or guardians want to come and reply to Thomas's toast? Just jump up quick as soon as he's done.
I gotta go grab my phone up there. That's my speech.
Okay. He needs his phone. He wrote a speech. After Thomas, we're going to have Ashton toast the Keeseekoose Chief's Education staff. And then Dora agreed to toast the chiefs and the council in the building. Just come on.
Hello? I don't know what to say, but I made my cousin write my speech for me. But I just want to thank the parents and the grandparents for pushing us every day. If it weren't for them, we wouldn't be here today. I want to thank my cuckoo Seraphine for waking me and Michael up every morning and pushing us to go to school every day. We wouldn't be walking across the stage if it weren't for her. Once again, thank you for supporting us and pushing us this far. Thank you. Congratulations to my classmates. Reach for the stars. It doesn't stop here.
We have a parent or a grandparent want to reply? Anybody? No? Good. No parent or grandparent want to reply? Thomas's toast? He was supposed to say, raise your glass, toast to the grandparents and the parents. Skull. Okay, next up, Ashton. Mr. Ashton Watson. Toast to the KCEC staff.
I like to think that Keeseekoose staff for all the work they did for us. I really appreciate the things you did for us for the school. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Ashton. I'll reply. It was an honor being a part of the graduates' educational travels here the last little while. Good luck to you all in the future. Dora. Come on, Dora. Dora's going to toast the chiefs and councils that are in the building. Then if I can have either the chief or one of the councilors that are here come and reply. Do we have a chief or council in here? Point them out.
This was on such short notice, so thank you to all chief and council for helping us be here and do this today. It was such a good experience to be here and have everybody here. And I just want to thank chief and council and the drum groups and all my classmates for being here and all of us doing this together. It's such a great experience to be here with all my classmates. Toast, cheers, whatever.
We don't have any council or chief in the building? Okay.
Hello all, hope you're having a good time. Same thing happened the last time I come up to speak for my grandson, I think it was Brennan. I was eating and I was telling Henry, I said, okay, your turn to go up. I went up for the past few years until our grandkids graduated. He said, no. So what I do tonight is my business. Nah, just kidding. First of all, I'd like to congratulate the grads here. You know, that's a big step. And continue on with what you're doing.
reach for the stars, they always say, and soar like an eagle. It was good to see everybody out here. This is the biggest crowd I've seen since I've been to the grads. And you guys be safe, have a good time, God bless you all.
So we talked all night about the rest of our lives, where we're gonna be when we turn 25. I keep thinking times will never change. Keep on thinking things will always be the same. But when we leave this year, we won't be coming back. No more hanging out, cause we're on a different track. And if you got something that you need to say, you better say it right now, cause you don't have another day. Cause we're moving on and we can't slow down. These memories are playing like a film without sound. And I keep thinking of that night in June. I didn't know much of love, but it came too soon. And it was me and you, and then we got real blue. Stay at home talking on the telephone, and we would get so excited and we'd get so scared, laughing at ourselves, thinking life's not fair. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. So if we get the big jobs and we make the big money, when we look back now, will our jokes still be funny? Will we still remember everything we learned in school? Still be trying to break every single rule? Will little brainy Bobby be the stockbroker man? Can he ever find a job that won't interfere with routine? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. Keep on thinking it's our time to fly. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. Friends forever. Will we think about tomorrow like we think about now? Can we survive it out there? Can we make it somehow? I guess I thought that this would never end. And suddenly it's like we're women and men. Will the past be a shadow that